Hi class, here is a video on a program using a while loop. As we've discussed, there are three types of loops that we're going to cover in C++, a for loop, a while loop, and a do while loop. And this is an example of a while loop. Problem statement says, write a program that prompts the user to enter the two integers, and then the program is going to output the number of multiples of 3 and how many times and how many multiples of 5 there are between those two numbers, and those numbers are inclusive. So let's go ahead and let's get started, and I'm going to create a new project, and I'm going to ensure that Visual C++ is selected, an empty project is selected. I've already created my program folder inside my parent folder on my desktop, and I named the program folder multiples, so I'm going to name my program multiples. And I'm going to browse, and again I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to go into my week 11 chapter 5 loop examples. That's my parent folder, and there's my program folder, multiples. Select that folder and say OK, and then I'm going to let Visual Studio do its magic and create my source file, making sure that C++ is selected, and then renaming source to multiples.cpp and add. Alright, so now we're ready to rock and roll. And we're going to start with element number 1, which is our name of data claimants. And our application name is multiples. CPP to identify that it is a C++ file. And our purpose is to create a program that prompts the user to input two integers, and then the program will output first the multiples of 5, or multiples of 3, second, the multiples of 5, between the two integers, inclusive. Alright, so that takes us to element number 2. Our preprocessors. Alright, the first preprocessor that we're going to use is obviously #include iostream. And this is the preprocessor that allows us to do basic user input. We're not using decimals, we're using all integers, so we don't need iomanip, and we're not doing any kind of funky math, so we don't need CMath. We're also not doing anything with strings, so we don't need strings. So we can go to element number 3, which is namespace. So using our namespace std, element 4 is our constants, and that's if we have any, and we do not have any, so we are not having to declare any constants. And that takes us to element 5, which is initialize the main module. So int main, open curly brackets, element 6 is declare our local variables. And we've got a couple of them that we're going to use. We need an integer for the first number. We need an integer for the second number. We need an integer for the multiples of 3. And I need an integer for the multiples of 5. And then I also need an integer in case the user puts the second number as the higher number, or the first number as the higher number. So we're going to do a temp that allows us to take that number and rearrange it into the first position. Because I can't determine multiples if the first number is higher than the second number. So we've got to get that first number to be the lower number. All right, element 7. This is the fun stuff. That's our executable code with inline comments. And we're going to start with allowing the user to input the first two numbers. Alright, so with that, we're going to do a cout. And we're going to tell the user to enter two integers. At the end of the prompt, we get our semicolon. We're going to bring them in, and we're going to put the first one in num1, and then we're going to bring in the second one and put it in num2. And that gives us our semicolon. We're going to cout and the line to bring the cursor on the deploy screen to the next line. Next, we're going to determine if the user puts in a larger number first. So we're going to use an if statement. So we learned how to do those last week. So the syntax is going to be if num2 is less than num1. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to start with our curly bracket. We're going to take temp and assign it the value that is in num2. Then we're going to take the value that is in num2 and assign it to num1. So the smaller number is now in num1. And then I'm going to take num1 and assign it the value of the temp. And then we're going to close the curly bracket for the if statements. And then I'm going to declare or initialize the loop variables. Alright, so to do that, I'm going to take temp and assign it num1. And then I'm going to start my loop. And again, this is a while loop because it doesn't really matter if the loop runs once because we've already got all of the numbers in the right order. So, while, I'm going to do this while the temp is now less than or equal to num2. And what are we going to do? We are going to first determine if temp is a multiple of 3. And that's where we're going to use modulation. And we're going to look to see if temp, when we modulate it by 3, is equal to 0. If it is, we're going to assign, or we're going to take our multiples of 3 and we're going to add 1 to it, because right now it's assigned, initialized at 0. So we're going to take multiples of 3 and assign it the value of 0. And then we're going to, inside the loop, if it is modulated by 3 and then equal to 0, then it is a multiple of 3. So we're going to take that bucket and we're going to add 1 to it. Multiples of 3. And we're going to use the quick, easy shortcut to add to it, which this is the same as multiples of 3 equal multiples of 3 plus 1. And we need our semicolon at the end of that line right there, and that'll take that red squiggly away. Now that we've got that done, the next thing we're going to do is come outside of that if statement, and we're going to start another if statement to determine if temp is a multiple of 5. And that, we're going to do another if statement. So if temp modulated by 5 is equal to 0, then what we're going to do is we're going to take multiples of 5 and add 1 to it. But before I do that, I've got to initialize it outside of the loop. To 0. And it helps if you spell it right. Plus plus. Again, this is the same as multiples of 5 equal multiples of 5 plus 1. And then that ends that if statement. And then after we do that if statement, the last thing we've got to do, now that I have initialized, I've checked, and I'm going to change now that loop control variable, which is temp. I need to take temp and add 1 to it. Again, this is the same as temp equal temp plus 1. And that is that loop control variable. And that's going to come outside of the loop. And now that we've done all of that, again, semicolon. Remember those semicolons at the end of each line, and that will take that red squiggly line away. Now we're ready to output the numbers. Alright, so we're going to output the little content here, multiples of 3 between. And then I'm just going to output num1 and num2. Show what those numbers were. The user inputs are. And then I'm going to output multiples of 3. Again, I'm going to use my do the same thing for multiples of 5. So again, I'm going to use copy and paste. And I'm going to change, instead of 3 this time, I'm going to say multiples of 5 between those two numbers are, instead of outputting multiples of 3 this time, I'm going to output multiples of 5. And that takes us to the end of the program, which is element 8. Pause the window. System pause. And then element 9, which is in the program, which is return 0. And then, of course, we have our element number 10, which is the ending curly brackets. Actually, element 9 does not end the program, it ends the module. And element 10 ends the program. Let's do a save all. And then if we run the program, the dialog box opens up. I'm going to enter my two integers, and I'm going to enter 10 and 20. I should have 3 multiples of 3 and 3 multiples of 5. And I can see that I clearly need to do some cleanup because my user output is a little messed up there with regards to spaces. So that's quick and easy to fix. So we're going to enter 2 integers. And then I can also do this, and this, save it, and this time I'm going to do a larger number first instead of the smaller number. So notice now I've got that space there. So cleaning that up, making that usability and the readability. And I'm going to do 10. And again, making it a lot easier to read. So there's 3 multiples of 3 and 3 multiples of 5. And again, that is using a while loop. And that's your example of the while loop. All right, guys, thanks.